Opponent's really struggling here because they have answers, you know, but we have answers to their answers. You know what I'm saying? And then I also have answers to the answers of their answers when they answer my answer. Think about it. Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have a really unique take on Esper control that revolves around the Esteemed Speaker and Fae of Wishes combo that I kind of built this deck around. But before we jump into the deck and talk about all the cards that we have here in the list and why we play them, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button. It's a free way to support the channel, but it also notifies you whenever we post a video, which is weekly, every single Monday. We try to get out a single video every single Monday for you, but also we post extra videos throughout the week if I have extra time. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you're notified and you don't miss out on any future videos. All right, let's get into it. So in today's deck, like I said, the Esteemed Speaker and the Fae of Wishes is kind of what I built this deck around. And what I mean by that is with the Fae of Wishes here is it's a really good card in best of one because it allows you access to a sideboard. So we run 3 of these because we want to be able to hit this at least once in a game. And hit that sideboard for any sort of unique situations that we run into that we can't deal with. And then the Esteemed Speaker allows us to bounce one of our own creatures back to our hand. So with the Fae of Wishes, it already has the ability to come back to your hand, but you have to discard 2 of your own cards and pay mana, which I thought was one of the harder things to do with this card. You never really want to give up, you know, card advantage to your opponent. So with the Esteemed Speaker, you can actually bounce that Fae of Wishes back to your hand and start replaying its wishes, its granted ability, which allows you to go to the sideboard. So these 2 cards work fantastic together. So I said, okay, how are we going to make this even better and get more value out of these 2 and get more synergy? So that's kind of how we built the deck. And what I came up with was we have a couple enchants. We have Birth of Meletis, which allows us obviously to fix any sort of mana correction. If we're running out of, if we have a 2-land hand and a Birth of Meletis, we're good to go. It also, you know, is able to be bounced, which is kind of the name of the game of this deck. I want to be able to bounce everything on the board, get double value, if not triple value out of them sometimes. And that's going to allow us to be bounced with Yorion. So Yorion, I'm sure everyone knows Yorion by now. We're not running him as a companion because Yorion, I don't want to run an 80 card deck. I want this to be 60, so it's a lot more consistent. So Yorion is going to be another big key to this deck. We have 2 Yorions. It's going to bounce all of our enchantments like the Birth of Meletis and get double value out of them. Up next, we have Charming Prince. Also goes well with the Esteemed Speaker and Yorion because it can be bounced, and every time it enters the battlefield, it triggers multiple abilities to choose from. If you're down on the life total, you gain 3 life. If you're not, you can scry 2, or you can even use him as another way to bounce something else. So the cycle continues. You can do all kinds of really cool things with the Charming Prince. And then up next, we have Narset. Now Narset is a given right now in Esper control because Narset shuts down any sort of Simic ramp style decks, those Hydroid Crasises that really win everybody the game if they have one in their hand. You know, anything that kind of draws you card Uro, you know, things like that. So Narset, you'll see too, we run into a matchup here. We have 2 games that we played. The first game is almost 30 minutes long. It's a nail biter, but it's a very long game, and our opponent eventually runs into, I believe, a Teferi Time Master, and they try to trigger the +1. Well, now our opponent just discards a card, doesn't draw a card. Now they lost cards, and they misplayed into that, which happens quite often, you'll notice, with that combo. But Narset shuts down the meta right now. I've been saying it over and over again, but Narset is key to a lot of victories and a lot of decks. So 4 of these, and then 4 Othakayas. This is going to allow us to obviously gain life and remove things off the field that are threats, any sort of aggro style decks, mono green, mono red. This will help us stabilize and keep our life total strong. And it's bounceable, which you can get double value out of. So, and then we obviously need some board wipe action just in case we do run into some aggro decks. Board wipe is going to be the key to staying alive. especially with any sort of control deck. We do have a lot of creatures in this deck, which is nice, so we can get out some early blockers, but Shatter the Sky is a must in this deck, just in case you need to clear the field. You know, you can have the advantage swing right back to your side if your opponent's got the board flooded with creatures. And then we have 2 Atrises of Oracle of Half-Truths. This one, obviously, you get a lot of value out of. You play this card, it hits the battlefield, you get to, you know, choose between 2 to 1 card, sometimes 3 if your opponent misplays, but that never really happens. And then you can replay it over and over again, just keep constantly getting card value out of it, all with the Esteemed Speaker as well as the Yorion. And then we jump up here, we have 3 Elspeth Conquers Death, another control card of ours that allows us to get creatures back from the graveyard if they do end up taking our creatures and, you know, killing them and moving them to the graveyard. We can pull them back with the Elspeth Conquers Death. Also could be bounced. So you're seeing the synergy here. Everything is bounceable and replayable, so you're just getting all kinds of value constantly churning through this deck. And then we have Ashiok Nightmare Muse. Now this is kind of the card I chose as my finishing move to win me the games, because we need that one card that can end the game. Most of our cards are controlling the game, but we do need one card to end the game, and this is the card I chose. You can choose, honestly, a lot of cards for this position. You could choose Liliana, you could choose the Serpent. I'm honestly thinking, we'll talk about it at the end because we talk about things we might change to the deck, but I'm thinking that Ashiok can be replaced here with the Serpent, and we'll talk about it at the end and why, but I think there's a lot of value there. I haven't yet play tested it, but it could be really good. So something to think about. This card is interchangeable. The rest of the deck is pretty solid, but this is pretty interchangeable as far as a win con. Now, we do have Fae of Wishes, so let's talk about a sideboard. So we do get to use and access a sideboard for best of 1. This right here, like I said, we only got a chance to play 2 games on video for you guys, so there wasn't a whole lot of play testing being done, but it played really well from what I saw. There's just some cards in here that I just threw in that I thought would be amazing for the deck. Some of them we got to use, some of them we didn't. The sideboard is the one thing I like to tell you guys. If there's ever a Fae of Wishes board on my channel, have fun with it. Pick this is by no means the end all be all. Definitely have fun with the sideboard. It's just tools that you think might be useful from the decks that you see in the matchups you get constantly put into. I know whenever I play a different style deck, I constantly see the same type of matchups. I don't know why that is, but the game likes to match you up based on deck styles. I don't know why. So if you're running into a lot of mono red, you know, put in a ton of removal. If you're running into a lot of control, then you know you're gonna want more Dolan's vetoes, things like that. So be sure to make that decision on your own. But if you guys want to pause the video, this is a good point to pause it to just kind of look through and see the cards that I've chosen for my sideboard. But I think my sideboard is pretty well tuned, honestly. A lot of good options here, and a lot of, you know, there's a lot of versatility here. And I think one of the better cards here that I didn't actually get a chance to try, but is Thassa the Deep Dwelling. We actually have one of these in our sideboard. I think it's a really good synergy card for our deck as well, because it can constantly bounce cards. I didn't think there was a place for it in the deck, but on the sideboard, I think it fits pretty nicely. But that is the deck, guys. I hope you like this and enjoy this and have a lot of fun with this and win games with it. We're going to jump into the gameplay now. Be sure to stick around because these 2 games are really fun, and you do get to see a lot of the synergies that go around. So please enjoy, and we'll talk to you guys at the end, and we'll break it down one more time about things that we might change in the deck and how to make it better. So we'll see you guys at the end. Peace. All right, we're back to Esper, guys. We're back home. We haven't played Esper in quite some time, so this should be interesting. I think I like this hand. I think it's not too bad. Whoa, new level. New level unlocked. I like it. Oh, this is pretty sick. I didn't expect this, guys. This is my first time playing since the update, so I didn't expect that. That was pretty cool. All right, we're sitting pretty good with this opening hand. We're gonna have our mana. We're gonna have, you know, scrying abilities. We got it all. We got everything you need here. Hopefully we hit some bouncing effects. That's a bouncing effect. I like both these cards here, but we already have an Elspeth Conquers Death. I'd rather see some lands. Make sure we keep up on our tempo here with our land drops. Hopefully we don't give our opponent anything to eat up with that Scavenging Ooze. Let's see, we could play this and another Charming Prince. That wouldn't be a bad play, I don't think. We'll shock this in. We didn't need to, but I'd rather shock it in just because we're gonna probably have to shock it in next turn. Scry 2. Ashiok, solid. Gives us a way to win the game. Followed by a land, also not too bad. I like it. So far, so good. We might... No, I was thinking maybe we double block the Yorvo, but you know what? I think what we're gonna do is just sacrifice our wall to the Yorvo, and then I don't mind giving up one prince to the Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Still sacrificing the wall here. The plan doesn't change. Elspeth Conquers Death got a little better now because we have a creature there, but I do think that just Shattering the Sky here, resetting our opponent, probably the most crippling effect we have. I could also Yorion. We have a lot of good options here, to be honest. Maybe we Elspeth and then Yorion the Elspeth. That might be the way to go. That might be the most value, I think. And in that way, we also still have a Charming Prince out there we could scry with. I don't think that's too bad of a play. I think that's the way we should go. Anyways, how's everyone been doing, man? How you guys all doing out there? All you guys have been supporting the videos and watching these videos. I can't thank you guys enough. You're the absolute best. You guys are really making my dreams come true as far as wanting to stream games on YouTube and Twitch. And I really do appreciate it, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And it means a lot to me. It really does. All right, let's get rid of that. I just wanted to take that moment to thank you guys, because, again, it just means a lot. And if you're watching this right now, that's so incredible. All right, so we're going to be targeting the Ooze and Scrying 2. That's a good one. Honestly, both fire cards, especially in this matchup. No, Thakai is huge. Opponent's going to be on double mana cost, you know, 2 additional mana costs for a couple turns now. So we pretty much shut down our opponent's game plan, and it's feeling pretty good. This only leaves us with 4 mana though, so not a lot we could do with that. We get to draw a card. Okay, we get to gain life. Okay, well, it's something. Guess we should have swung in before we did that. That was a mistake. Plus, she's got flash. I'm new to this card. I haven't played it yet, so this is a learning experience, and I apologize. I should have attacked there with Yorion before I made that play. Got a little ahead of myself there. Oof, Scavenging Ooze got the one creature I was going to actually play next turn. That's unfortunate. Just going to eat up my whole graveyard. I feel you. That makes sense. I respect the play. Alright, let's get full value here. So we're going to drop this first, I think. Kill something. And then next turn, we hit a big Yorion. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play. Or we could just play this now. Get some creatures rolling out there just to kind of block with. I think that's actually a better play. I don't think they have anything immediately threatening to this, so I'm going to go ahead and just play this now. Start dropping in some tokens. I could even minus this and get rid of that token and make them lose a card. That's also really good. So We're all right. We're chilling. Mono green, not having too much of an issue yet. As long as I don't screw this game up myself, which could happen, which could definitely happen. Garuk. Oh, it's got trample now. That's not good. We got to pay attention to the trample effects. So 4, 3, so it can't trample over, and then we can kill this, right? We could. We'd lose one of them. Either way, I'm okay with that play. And then we take 3. Sure. We have a Shatter the Sky though. Do we want to do that? Dead. So I mean, I might as well just block all of them, because I'm gonna Shatter the Sky, I guess, anyway. So just protect my Ashiok as much as possible here. Get rid of all you guys. Oh my goodness. That right there was one heck of a play. I'm honestly really glad I did that though before I minused, because my plan was to minus that token away. Had I minused that, they would have done that, and then I couldn't shatter on top of it. That would have been bad. So they're running Heroic Intervention, huh? Alright, things just got really interesting. Really interesting. So Garuk here, up to 1 target creature gets 3/3 and gains trample, or it can create tokens. Also, you get an emblem at the beginning of your end step. You may search your library for a creature card, put it on the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. That's pretty gnarly. Okay, well, no blocks, I guess. We're kind of screwed either way. No blocks. So we get one more turn before that can ultimate. If I play the Atris, I can still play the Oath of Kaya. Okay. That's good. We got to make sure we choose the right pile here. This could cost us the game if we don't do this right. Come on, Atris. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? At least it's something that can create tokens to block with, I guess. I guess I should have maybe killed that so I can get an attack in here on Garuk. That was also a misplay, guys. Learn from that mistake there. Should have killed that. Could have got 2 loyalty off of that Garuk. And that ooze is becoming a huge problem. I need to find a Fae of Wishes so I can find like a Glass Casket in my sideboard or something like that. Opponent's on 2 cards. I like that, especially if they're not playing creatures. Typically means it's a land, but obviously they're playing Heroic Intervention, so it could be pump stuff. Did they not hit me? Well, that seems odd. They want to block that Garuk. They want to ultimate the Garuk. So clearly what we want to do here is Oath of Kaya, the Garuk. Set it back 3 loyalty. Can't let the Garuk get away with anything here. The fact they didn't swing in there tells me they were planning to absolutely ultimate the Garuk next turn. I know some people say Garrick. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I like Garuk better. I think that sounds better for that character, but interesting. I think I get a lot of value out of this card, honestly. I think I get a ton of value.
Go away.
I could even play it now. Oh, you know what? It has flash. I gotta remember it has flash because we can play this if they target one of my creatures. I think that's the way to go. Damn, that's actually even better than I thought it was. Like, I thought it was good, but now that I remember it has flash, man, that opens so many doors. And we have a creature with flying now, so they have nothing with reach currently on the field. So that feels pretty good. Trample makes things tricky though, because if they want to attack, even if I block and then bounce, it still gets the damage through. So I'm gonna take the 10. I know that seems like a lot, but we have so much life total that it doesn't really matter. All right. So here's where things get weird. I can bounce the Yorion and do it again this turn. But if I do it again, I won't be able to get 4 damage in over the top, which I can do if I leave it alone. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it alone so I can get 4 damage over the top. That's pretty huge. That's actually really huge. Here's what I'll do. I mean, I'm shattering the sky, so screw it. Screw it. I'm shattering the sky. Let's do that. See if they want to block. Maybe they'll let it go through. That would be amazing if they do, but they probably won't. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that play. We at least killed the Grook, which is what I wanted. I'm going to shatter first, and then in response to my own shatter, I'm going to drop this down and pull the Yorion back, because that way I should be able to draw a card, I think. This could be a huge misplay, but I think that's how it works. So shatter. Okay. And it didn't let me. Something weird in my brain told me that wouldn't work. I thought in response I could flash this in and save my Yorion after I drew the card. That was my brain process there, guys, so I apologize. I apologize. I can't create a token, can I? No, I need to be able to play a land this turn, but that's okay. All right, well, we're gonna have a wall. We're basically starting from scratch here, both of us. All right, discard a legendary card, draw 2 cards. I can't do any of that right now. So we're just gonna have to pass the turn and then keep creating tokens. As long as they don't have anything that has trample anytime soon, we're gonna hold our own just fine, so. Let's see, create a token. All right, and then we are going to block here, and I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave the Yorvo to go ahead because I can actually kill the Pelt Collector next turn with double blocking with 2 tokens, as long as they don't play anything. They're probably going to play something, but it's worth a shot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they played something. Feels bad, man. All right, whatever. We gotta stop drawing lands. That would be great. This has protection from planeswalkers, and it can gain indestructible. I gotta remember that. Block here, and again, we're gonna go with the same game plan. Create a token. That's a big find right there. That's huge. Huge! Oh, we got so many good toys in the graveyard too. That's huge. No attacks, and now I can start triple blocking, killing the pelt collector. Hopefully, that's the idea. Okay, that still allows me to kill it. Man, what a long game. If this makes it into the YouTube video, I'm sorry guys that we didn't get a whole lot of games in. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of time to record these days. I can only record literally on like the weekends, like short window. So this might be one of like 2 games we play. Can't get through my wall. You can try all you want. You will not succeed. All right, let's do full send. Full send. At least one of these is getting through, and then we'll Oath of Kaya for the last point of damage. Hopefully they don't have something that gives protection to planeswalkers. That'd be not ideal. All right, cool. So now that is off the field. That's huge because that was allowing our opponent to see cards from the top of their deck. And that's actually a huge advantage. All right, now we just start chump blocking. Chump blocking away. Ooh, that's big. That's big. We get to double up on Atris here. Whew. Double up on Atris, and we get to kill something with my Yorion blinking into Oath of Kaya. Kaya! Oh, I want this bad, but I think this is better, whatever this is, because my hand's empty, and I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot of value out of that. Would have got more value out of that than this. Talk about jebaited. Get wrecked, nerd. I'm terrible with Atris, to be honest. I'm so greedy. I'm so greedy. It always gets me in trouble. And turn and get our value. Here we go. Definitely killing you. Triggering our Atris again. Oh, they're getting protection. Honestly, the value I get out of that, that's fine. You can actually waste that card on that. You know, I have like Shatter the Skies. I can get things that have way more value, so that's fine. I can flash this in too, end step, get my Yorion back, do it again. Honestly, it was a waste for our opponent, so I'm happy. This combo though, you guys got to see this combo when it hits. It's actually pretty nuts. Man, the Scavenging Ooze thing is so good against creature decks. It is so good. It's hard to deal with because it's out of range of Elspeth Conquers Death too, you know? It's low on mana, but can get huge. Man, I just started skateboarding again, guys. Weird story, totally off topic here, but I learned how to 50-50 grind today, or relearned it, and oh man, my board slipped out for me today, and my wrist and neck is just shot. I had to go reach back and catch myself and shoulder my own self in the neck. It was not pretty. I'm way too old to be doing those types of things. All right, opponent's not gonna swing probably. Yep. Sweet. Let's go. Let's do the thing. Let's do the dang thing. And now we have ultimate value. Start eliminating some things here. If you notice too, we're gaining life when we blink the Yorion, so that's a thing. All right, let's look for something to win the game with. Probably. All right, Liliana, just win the game, you know? You know, just win the game. No attack, end turn. Here comes all the big boys. Let's kill you. For sure, you. Let's bounce you. And let's get some cards. I'm only at 20 cards left in the deck. I should really think about bouncing Fae of Wishes next turn. And then looking into maybe like... I forget the card's name, but Finality of something, because it'll prevent us from milling ourselves out. And if you guys haven't noticed, you know, now we're getting all this, you know, this, it's going to be so repetitive, but like there's an unlimited amount of just, oh, they can sack their own creatures. I honestly didn't even know that. That's my bad. But there's a never ending loop here that we can create with the Yorion now. So feeling pretty good. Man, I can't believe I didn't know Scavenging Ooze hits their own graveyard. I should have read the card all the way. I haven't played against it so much. I knew what it did. That part of it slipped my mind, you know? That's unfortunate. Man, they just keep emptying my graveyard too. Kind of crazy. Okay, I don't like that. All right, that's not terrible. It's not great. Most of our cards are blue, but it's not terrible. Man, we could have got the Pelt Collector last turn. Now it's out of range. I think we're gonna bring the Fae of Wishes back to the hand here. I think that's the only way to go, because then I could grab, like, you know, something to wipe the board here and start fresh. All right, let's go with, like I said, I'm gonna wipe the board, so I'm gonna go here. No, I think I'm gonna chump block everything. And then do this because it has trample. I don't really need to do that though, you know? I don't know. Let's just do this for now. We'll take the 5 and then we'll decide here in a minute what we want to do. I'm a little confused, honestly, on what exactly it is I want to do. Could bring this back now, but then what would I discard? Ah, man, I don't know. Okay, we pulled the perfect card. Okay, literally the perfect card. So, Yorion, killing that. Yeah, we gotta clean this field up a little bit. That's okay. Hold on, let me view the battlefield. Even, odd. So I can get rid of these 3 with the Extinction Event. I think that's pretty solid, but then that leaves 2 pretty big creatures out here. 4 is the biggest creature, right? So let's see. Ritual Soot could get rid of most of it except for 1. We could just mass manipulate the whole situation and try to grab a few things. I think Extinction Event. We're gonna lose everything though. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with this. I probably should have just attacked there to see what I could have got through, but it is what it is. What does opponent have that's instant right now? Oh, I guess they could Scavenging Ooze, huh? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Man, talk about the world's longest game here. All right, we're gonna play this, but we're going to not play the land because I want to be able to pull it back to my hand and grab something else. We can grab a ritual soot here and clear the field. That's honestly okay too, because now I know what they. Okay, so now we know what our opponent has. Their hand is gone, so all I need to do now is play my Liliana, minus it, and then we have the board. The board will be ours. So I'm okay with this play. So let's just block what we can here. Block the 3, because this has trample. All right. I feel pretty good about this now. Liliana. Here's where we win the game, guys. Here's where we win the game.
How uncivilized. Death won't conquer me so easily.
Our opponent tried everything they could there to get out of that, but it was inevitable. Say go. All right, we're in really good shape now. That was good. Opponent can't draw cards now. Even better.
I train every day. No one is
And we are now well ahead of our opponent. Let's go. Should be a GG's, guys. Should be. I've seen weird things though. I've seen a lot of weird things in this game, so I don't want to get excited yet, but there it is. All right. Boom. Got him. Wow, what a long game. 30 minutes. If I can get one more quick one in for you guys, I'm going to try. All right, so game 1, 30 something minutes. Hopefully we can get through this next one quicker and get you guys a video with more than just one game in it. So let me see if I can't squeeze it in real quick for you. That was wild. Who knew mono green would take that long? That's crazy. Gotta hydrate, you know? Gotta hydrate, especially after a long day of skating. Don't tell me we're mono green again. Alright. At least it's not mono green again. That could have been silly. Simic though, also not great. Let me guess, flash? No, no instant speed. Okay, I feel a lot better now. Let's go and drop another birth down. Opponent missed a land drop. That's not good. This actually could be a really fast game because if our opponent missed a land drop here and they're on Simic, that's no bueno. They're looking for some big stuff, so that's not bueno. All right, now they're throwing me off. Now they've gone and thrown me off. At least Narset here is huge because our opponent is on a lot of card draw, so gonna keep them off extra cards here. And we got a lot of protection too, so. No card for you. Man, everyone makes that mistake. Every time I play Narset, they play the Uro. I don't know why. They'll never learn. To be fair, I do it all the time too. Good old Narset. Hardcore jabates. Let's go here. Man, we're out in the front lines. We're ahead right now. This should be an easy wrap up. Let's go. We missed. We whiffed. That's not good. I should probably take a look at that actually. I should take a look at the spells in this deck and how many we have exactly, because we can't have Narset whiffing. That's no good.
The land fights for us.
Definitely going here. We got the answer.
Forgive me.
Gonna just keep protecting what we have here. No attacks. Just protect our planeswalkers because we are, like I said, Narset shuts down this deck. The whole game plan of this deck is to draw cards. I'm sure they're sitting on a Hydroid Crisis. So as long as we can keep our Narset alive, I'm fine. I am fine. But we do need to figure out how we can get this Elspeth back. Return our land permanent to its owner's hand. That player exile the card from their hand. I'm going to go ahead and just do that to myself. I wasn't sure if it was possible. Turns out it is. Turns out it is. I did not even know I could do that. New meta. We found the new meta. Savagery. Well, now you guys, if you didn't know, now you know. Ashiok can do it the -3 to yourself. That's huge. Fae of Wishes. This is not good. Not good. We have one of our own, but our sideboard isn't as refined as I would like. Casualties. Interesting. Interesting. I honestly wouldn't mind doing one of these to them. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's non-land. What am I thinking? All right, let's go here. All right, we can Dovin's Veto this next play. Dovin's Veto coming at you. Go ahead and play that Casualties if you don't mind. Talk about eating up your mana, trying to get the sideboard action with the Fae of Wishes, grabbing a Casualties, throwing down a Casualties, and then having me Dovin's Veto it. You can have that because I have Narset. I hope they +1 here because they're going to have to discard a card and they're not going to be able to draw one. Oh my goodness. What is our opponent thinking? We might see a scoop here, like a shame scoop. Yep, they did have the Crisis. So they didn't play the Crisis because they knew they couldn't draw cards, but they played the Teferi. Honestly, the Teferi is only helping me, so I think I'm going to leave it alone. How many cards in the graveyard? Pfft, those are some good cards. My ultimate will be really nice. Let's just go ahead and start swinging in. See what we can hit. You can keep that, like I said. It's only helping me. I just want to swing in here because I want to see what we can hit. All right, we're looking good. Looking good. Man, I feel like we're dominating this match pretty good. Could throw this out there and then flash this in on end step and get it back to my hand. That's kind of the combo I was initially. This combo right here is what I put this deck together around. So I'd love to show you guys that combo actually take effect. Opponent's really struggling here because they have answers, you know, but we have answers to their answers. You know what I'm saying? And then I also have answers to the answers of their answers when they answer my answer. Think about it. That's what we were waiting for. And the scoop. Feels bad, man. Can't plus your Teferi. That's just, yeah, that's heartbreaking. But we got the dub and we move on. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and break this thing down. I know it's only 2 matches, but we do got to keep this video under 50 minutes. So again, thank you very much. Hope to see you guys in the stream one day. If you do, come see me. I'd really appreciate it. We could talk, hang out, all that fun stuff. And look at this. We got a little mythic card action. Boom. That's pretty good. We'll take it. Have a good rest of your day, guys. And let's break this thing down. All right, guys, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay footage. I know I did. It was riddled with misplays, like always, but that's what this channel is about, misplays. I'm just kidding, it's not, but we try not to do too many misplays, but it does happen. Anyways, yeah, so this deck performed really well. I think it needs some tuning for sure, but let me go ahead and show you guys the serpent that I was talking about. So the Lockmere Serpent is the card that I think I'm going to change out the Nightmare Muse for. And the reason being is because it's a creature. So if ever my creatures are in trouble, I always have that ability to flash in the Esteemed Speaker to protect my creatures and get them off the battlefield. So I think there's a lot more ability to protect our win con with a creature instead of a planeswalker, if you get what I'm saying. So I think Lockmere Serpent would be a good switch out for Ashiok Nightmare Muse. Other than that, I do think the deck is great. I do think there's a little bit of tweaking as far as the number of creatures, the certain types of creatures that we would run. So for instance, I think I want to run one more Yorion. I want to make sure that we always hit our Yorion and always hit our Esteemed Speaker, because that combo, if you guys saw, that cycling, the constant loop that we were in when we played the Esteemed Speaker with the Yorion, it was never ending, and our value was just constant every single turn, just churning and churning and churning. So I do want to squeeze in maybe one more Yorion, drop one Fae of Wishes, and I think we're good to go. And then again, 3 serpents over the Ashioks. And I think right there we have ourselves a solid deck, guys. The list below will obviously be the list that you see here, just so nobody gets confused. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the deck, how it played for you, maybe some ideas that you have to make it better. All those things, I welcome it all, because you guys are what makes this channel work, and you guys are the channel. So thank you guys so much. If you made it this far, you're the best. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you're not already subscribed. It helps out so much. We're on our road to 1,000. That's the goal. That's the dream. So let's get there, guys. Thank you again for watching, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, weekend, day or night, evening, all those things, whenever you guys are watching this video. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one. We'll see you next one. Peace.